something. I'm finna tell y'all something, right? So you got a lot of people that follow Jesus, but Jesus was spiritual. Jesus went against the synagogues. Jesus didn't pray to anything outside of himself. Jesus disrupted the church. Jesus didn't go to church. Jesus disrupted the synagogues that everybody claimed that they know what Jesus did, but they don't understand that because they go to church, but Jesus didn't go to church. You see? So the purpose is to be like Jesus. And if you look up, if you take the word, you know, Jesus was the Christ. He became the Christ, right? And everybody was against Jesus, right? Everybody was against Jesus in the Bible. That's why he got crucified and hung, all that. This is a story, right? So Jesus became Christ, right? Now check this out, right? So Christianity, right? Christianity, right? So that means if Jesus became the Christ and Jesus didn't go to church, if you take the Christianity, if you take the anti off the back of Christianity and put it in front of Christ, then it's going to say Antichrist, because the church was against Jesus. But they put it right there in your face. I'm just breaking it down to you. Christianity, if you put the anti in front of Christ, it's going to say Antichrist. And the churches was against Jesus, but everybody go to church. You see, that's just like most of the people in the world are against all the spirituals people, because we're telling you the true knowledge of yourself. You see, we're telling you the true knowledge of yourself. And the first thing that a Christian wants to tell you, if you don't believe in what they believe in, is that you're going to hell, but they don't understand that they are the Christ. They don't even understand. And they don't even understand that they are living in hell. They don't understand this because they haven't did the works of doing it. You see, they haven't did the work. See, I'm breaking it down to y'all where y'all understand, you see, because God is not in no book. God is not in no church. God is nowhere but inside you. You see, but it tell you inside of the book, the same book that most Christians read, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19 through 20, or do you know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not on your own. So that's just like Jesus said. Romans chapter 8, verse 11, the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead is alive in you. So raising yourself from the dead would be rebirthing yourself. So if you got birthed on this planet through sex, that means you have to rebirth yourself through sex again, and don't have sex and raise your sexual energy from your lower self to your higher self back to your brain and become Christ. Because like I told you, Christos means oil. Christos breaks down to Christ. Christ means anointed one. And how you become the anointed one is raise your sexual energy from your lower self to your higher self. Because what happens is you got to turn the water into wine, just like Jesus did. Your sexual energy is clear. It comes from your brain. You see, it comes from your brain. It's clear. So what happens is when you refrain from using your sexual energy, you eat alkaline food, you practice meditation, you get your sunlight, you walk barefoot in your grass. When you raise it back up to your brain, it enters your bloodstream and it turns red. So that means you're turning water to wine because you're using your sexual energy for something other than reproducing and procreating. You're transmuting it from the sperm to the Kundalini energy or to the Christ oil, and you're becoming the anointed one. You see, you're turning water into wine. That's what that means. The Christ oil, you see, that's what water to wine is. Your sexual energy is clear. When you raise it back to your brain, it enters the bloodstream and it turns red. You're alchemizing your sexual energy. That's how you turn water into wine. You're alchemizing your sexual energy. It's all a metaphor. This is metaphorically speaking. You got to understand how to read the Bible. Preachers don't even know how to teach the Bible. They preach it because they get paid to do it. I'm telling you the truth for free. For God's will, for free, because I know who I am. I'm not trying to finesse you out of any money, you feel me, and get you to pray to me and praise me. I don't need no collection plate. I don't need anything. I don't need no gifts. I just want you to do the works within yourself so you can reach your higher self. Because that's what it's all about. It tell you right here. Check this out now. I ain't going to tell you nothing wrong, but believe me. Believe nothing. question everything, do your research, and if you want to believe in anything, believe in yourself.